It's time!
Oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Joy Buzzer.
Could it be? Could it be? It is out of here!
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
At the 20, at the 15, 10-5, touchdown!
My brain just sparkles.
And now for our feature presentation.
Give me a hell yeah! It's Friday night. Time for the Joy Buzzer. Nikki Cola.
What's up?
In the
I'm ready to
house.
rock tonight.
The instigator Rob C.
Woo, I'm doing laps. Yeah.
Intern Z.
Sheesh.
I am the commish. This is the Joy Buzzer live on YouTube.
Are we live on YouTube?
We are live on
big Y.
YouTube. You almost punched me in the face.
Good.
I don't have that kind of reach. What am I?
I think you have
doesn't
short,
Freaking
stubby
Buster
arms.
Douglas over here.
He doesn't have that kind of range.
He's in a YMCA.
I'm feeling medalist.
Ah, the YouTube. YouTube.
That's what I was doing. I was doing the you two.
Psych gags on the radio, never get old.
We're still not on the radio.
They can
They can actually see us now.
Funny line.
See ya.
They can actually see us now.
Shut up. Assholes.
Yo, what asshole?
Strike.
Olio.
Strike.
No, not this time.
Strike
You better
one.
watch it over
Hey,
there.
S-S-H-O-L-E. Everybody. Hey, S-S-H-O-L-E. Nikki Cole, where do they find us besides YouTube?
Well, we're in the process of getting on iTunes.
Woohoo.
And it will be Stitcher soon. And
Woohoo.
we're going to try and be on every platform there is.
I'm on Instagram.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the commish.
Don't ask me how. I have
The
not a
commish.
friggin' clue.
The commish finally has an Instagram now.
Yes.
You want to plug that real quick?
And a Twitter or Tweeter or Twinton, whatever the hell it's called. I'm on that too.
Jason Twitten.
So damn it, the Joy Buzzer's going places.
Yep.
That's right. And how do you get to the Joy Buzzer on Instagram?
Practice, practice, practice.
That's right.
Rob, we have phones tonight, don't we?
Yes, we do.
boy.
Oh,
Oh
man.
boy, oh boy.
Oh,
If someone
man.
wants to give us a call, please.
Absolutely. Then give us a call at 856-330-4749.
Say it one more time.
856-330-4749.
And
selling a
hi,
used car?
Tommy. We're over Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Tommy Terrific.
Who
I
is
know.
it?
He said hi, Nick. Tommy.
Oh.
Hi, Tommy.
Just Nick? I mean, there's four of us in the frickin' studio. Jerk off.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Jeez.
Shots
Did you hear
fired in
that?
the booth.
Jeez.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
Who farted?
You don't know if
It was
that.
you,
It was,
wasn't it?
it was the instigator.
You son of a bitch. You farted.
I did not fart.
No, someone did, because it stinks in here and it ain't me. I know my farts, and that's not one of them.
Is this how we're starting this show this week? Is with a fart?
Someone,
Really?
Yeah, it stinks every
But
day.
that, why are we starting it like that?
We got started with a.
Right. You know,
It wasn't up.
I set it up.
I'm not paying attention to
I
this
know
show.
this. I set it up perfectly.
Dude, I played it like 6 times. I'm sitting here hitting the button going, it's not working. Oh, no.
It's there.
Oh, no. We just hit the bed.
There it is. Okay, this is a sports show for those who aren't really watching or paying attention, but we are a sports
I
show.
don't think we're paying attention.
No, we're not.
Sure we are. We're gonna put it in the pocket right now.
I think that's the answer. This is a sports show or not.
Zach, take that soundboard away from him, please.
Gladly, I'll delete the Alex Smith line.
Oh, that can't go anywhere.
that
That's
can't
no,
go
that,
anywhere.
no, that's gonna get
I
deleted.
can't go anywhere.
Alex Smith.
Still funny. It's
Still
been
great.
like 2 years. It's still funny.
Well, this will be the
Yeah.
last time you see Intern Zeno here.
He
this
just
is
called
my
himself Intern
resignation.
Z.
He did.
Yes, he did.
This is
call-
my. I'm resigning.
So we're talking sports.
Yes.
We'll miss you.
No, you won't.
Hey, he's right on that one.
Eh?
That's why I said it.
All right, we're going to kick off the show with some Phillies talk.
What?
Phillies made a deal today. They picked up Asdrubal Cabrera.
A strudel?
That's
They,
it.
they bought strudel for the
Oh,
whole
it's
team?
the strudel, the little white
Raspberry?
Oh, raspberry
Ooh,
strudel.
cheese.
Oh,
What about
cheese?
cheese?
I like cheese.
Ooh, cheese is
Cheese one?
strudel.
A little bit of frosting on
I don't like any of them.
Oh, man.
I don't like any.
No,
of them.
that's good stuff. That makes you want to go. Ding. Yes. But no, go ahead,
So
John.
it was Asdrubal Cabrera from the Mets,
strudel?
from the
Yes.
Mutts.
From the Mutts.
For, what was the guy's name I said? Can you remember his name?
Franklin Kilomi, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
Franklin Kilomi, who's a double-A pitcher.
10 seed prospect for us or something?
Number
Yeah,
10
he's
prospect
the
in the
number
system.
10 prospect in the Phillies
Now,
depth
this
chart.
This Cabrera,
Brr.
I think he's like 30,
Cabrera.
31.
Yep,
He
he's
played every infield position.
Right.
Oh, you got his right
I
up
got
there?
stats up here
Go
for him.
for it.
Right
Go
now,
for
he's batting at 277, which I think automatically makes him the best hitter on our team. So, 18,
pretty much.
18 home runs. Now,
not
that's
bad.
amazing. 18 home runs, and he plays half his games at that shitty field there in New York.
Ah, Shady Field.
Even though they brought the fences, it's still a tough home run park.
That's a big field. He's going to have a field day with us.
Right, and 58 home runs. And
Yeah,
he's got an 817 OPS. So, good.
He puts the ball in play.
That's
He does
honestly,
put the ball in
it's
play.
what this team needs.
And especially at the bank, when you put the ball in play, good things can happen. And they tend to.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're going to say hi to Blaze over there. Is he still in Denmark?
Yes.
He is.
What's up, Blaze?
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
Woo, Blaze.
And also,
Hi,
too.
everyone else.
Yeah, and
A bunch of people listening tonight.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's up?
Nice. Everybody listening tonight gets up strudel.
Bob's Burgers back. Hi, Bob.
Don't do it.
And there's another
Don't
name on
do
there.
it. I
All
know where you're
right.
going. Don't do it.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Stay
give,
away.
No,
let's
I
give
will not.
everybody a cheer tonight
No, I
for
will
joining us here. Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
People are listening to us.
Hooray.
We're really not bad. I swear to God, we're not bad.
We're number 2.
You were not.
No, we're number 1. It just smells like number 2. Someone really did fart in here. Sound bites or not.
So
Was it a wet one?
Philly's got a shortstop.
Philly's
now.
they got an infielder.
That's what they're looking for, shortstop.
Yeah, I guess so, because that's where he's probably going to play the most of his games.
Where do you think they throw Kingery?
Everywhere else. Second, third, outfield.
So you think he just becomes like a
He's going to have to.
everyday bench player, kind of throw him in wherever?
I love Kingery, but he's not an everyday shortstop, and he's not.
I don't want to see him be that sub though.
I
Right,
want to
or-
see him play every day.
Right. Or if you're bringing in this a Struble, what do you do now with Kingery if you want to play him
You
every
heat
day?
it up and you wait.
Oh,
and
you
put
heat it
the-
up. You put the wait for the cream.
Gotta wait for the cream.
Wait for the cream. That's what you
Right.
don't know. But
He
do you
threw himself off.
move Kingery? Do you move Kingery to AAA? Sean, get back here.
He's gone.
Sean,
The
get back
commission's
here.
gone.
Get back here, Sean. But no, is that Nick?
Yes,
would you agree?
I'll talk to you.
All right, Kingery,
Kingery.
because now you've got this mishmash of infielders now, and especially if Crawford gets back, and if the team still is interested in seeing Crawford play this year, now you've got 3 guys that can technically all play 2 positions. You know?
I think you got to be interested in what Crawford can do because he's still young. He was your number 1 pick.
Right.
So when he comes back off the DL, you got to see what he can do. And Kingery, you signed him to that big contract, so you got to see what he can do.
Exactly.
My feeling is, and honestly, people may not like this, I would trade Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, but again,
The way
this
he's
is
playing right now, though.
and the thing is, they tried to trade him last offseason and got no takers.
I think you can deal him.
I mean,
Honestly-
look at how that slow start he had, Russ, was horrendous. People trying to make a run, if that's what his lead is up for every new team he's on, is that slow of a start, who's going to take him for a run?
You never know. People are always desperate for somebody.
If he plays playing,
And-
if he stays the way he's playing right now, I wouldn't get rid of him.
But you got to remember, too,
He's going to be a massive part of this team.
next Tuesday is the no waiver trade deadline.
See you next Tuesday.
Okay. However, even after Tuesday, you could still make a deal. He's got to pass
Right.
through waivers. You can still make a deal. So just because you're not trading anybody on Tuesday doesn't mean you're not going to try and deal with somebody later on down the road. You still can.
Right.
I think that's what's going to happen. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens with Cesar. Because I think you've got to see what these kids. You know what Cesar is going to do. Cesar, he's going to get on base. He's not going to steal any bags. He's going to play a decent second base. He's never going to wow you there. You know, he's one of the
Serviceable.
fastest guys in the team. So I mean, yeah, he'll.
Wow.
If you're so interested in dealing him, he will find. You will find a spot for him. But I think you've got two kids on this roster who you got to find out. Number one, if Kingery can play second base every day, which is
I
his
think-
natural position.
I think he
believe
can.
so.
He's
I
doing
think he can
he's
too.
doing a
And I
great
think he
job
can do it
at
better than-
shortstop.
Right, and I'd rather see him at second base. And since you signed him to the contract, and you know, I think Hernandez has got like a year or two left. Kick him. Bye bye.
I'm surprised they didn't throw him in on a deal somewhere. Just even to the Mets.
That was
I
one
don't
name
think
that
there
never.
was a deal to be had yet.
That was that, but even with the Machado, it was always Franco. But you never heard Cesar's name thrown in there at all. It was him. It was Crawford. I heard thrown in there.
And they
That
want
was it.
because Cesar's a good soldier, so you don't really want to trade him. If someone comes asking for him, I'm sure if it's a deal worth doing, they're going to do it.
I don't know.
Right.
They offered him up like literally like a strudel with some nice cream on it all last off season with a
love
nice
that
glass
cream.
of milk.
Chocolate milk.
Ooh, there you
Welcome
go.
to Food Talk with the Joy Buzzer.
Yeah, this is
Maybe
a food
with a little
segment.
cup of espresso.
Get a little kick in there.
Oh yeah, just that little.
With a little bourbon chicken on the side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh,
little bourbon
I can
chicken.
already feel that strudel working through us, man.
Son of a bitch! I just had pizza and I'm already hungry again. You guys suck.
You're welcome.
I can
right,
hear
but
my
yes.
stomach growling.
But no, they offered him out. Nobody wanted him. I can see maybe through this waiver clause, maybe somebody that needs like that sort of leadoff guy or utility guy off the bench who can take an at bat, take a lot of pitches, maybe get on and stuff, and who's a serviceable infielder.
Right.
But the other point about Struble is that Kingery does need a mentor, and he's 31. He's got he's a good vet. And apparently he was really liked in the Mets clubhouse too. So
Yeah, but it's a Mets.
Yeah, what he
so
said.
You can't really go by that. It's the Mets.
No.
Oh,
Mets.
they suck yet again this year when they thought they were going to be huge.
Yep.
and,
Right.
and
So right now,
I'm not sure what happened to them exactly. They started the year on fire, didn't they?
Yeah, they went out like 10-0 or something
yeah,
like that. 10-1 or something.
It was just injuries plagued them again, or are
Yeah,
they just
it-
not living up to what they thought?
Honestly,
they
they ran into the Phillies. The Phillies knocked them off their.
no, they've been smoking the Phillies all year.
But the Phillies actually started kicking their ass now. If you look at the record, they're.
we don't look up stats here. What are you talking about?
talking about, man.
It's all up
You
here,
just pull 'em
baby.
up- Yeah, there it is.
It's all up
all
here.
up there.
I
It's
got it
all in
all
the head.
sitting
It's
right
all
here.
up there.
It's like a steel trap in there, man.
Yeah, nothing leaks out.
Except the truth.
Just
The
BS.
truth.
No, the truth. That's all. Also, last couple days, there's been some more trades. Like our former compadre J.A. Happ
Compadre.
went to the
couple former
the
Phillies
New York
pitchers.
Spankies.
Yesterday, right?
That was
traded yesterday?
yesterday or the day before.
he
And
left?
yesterday, well, actually, the deal that finalized today was Cole Hamels going to the Cubbies.
Oh, that did get finalized.
Yes. So Cole Hamels now back in the National League.
That's good though, because we did not want him.
no.
It was what
I was
he's
just
doing.
about to say that.
Well, I'm glad I took your thunder.
Thank God
What
he
he's
didn't
doing
come to
right now.
Philly.
Yep, it's not. We have a great starting rotation right now,
Yep.
aside from Arrieta, but he's starting to come around again.
Yep. But do you guys remember the last time Cole Hamels pitched at Wrigley Field?
Yes,
He threw a no-no.
Uh-oh.
He threw a no-hitter.
that's right.
No.
We were just talking the anniversary of that just went by this
That's
weekend.
right. He threw a no-hitter and gets traded the next
I
day.
know.
Great.
But we all knew he was going to be on the.
Yeah, there was no
everybody knew.
surprise.
Everybody knew he was going to be gone because that was the game before the All-Star break.
Right.
It was
So-
too young of a career to kind of you saw the Phillies collapsing in on themselves, and to throw his career away. I mean, you had to go get something for him. You had to get rid of him. Unfortunately.
And he was a good soldier here. He was one of the last of the 08s that was on the team.
Yep.
So, yeah, you have to, if you can get something for him. And
if you remember, too, Happ was also on the 08 team.
Yeah,
yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
And he's been pitching very well.
So it's amazing because when he was here, nobody liked him as a starting pitcher, even though he did show flashes of brilliance when he was here.
Oh, absolutely. It was just I guess there was never a spot for him.
Right.
That was
they
welcome.
didn't have the patience for him.
And that's a fault of the Phillies organization.
Absolutely.
They really, I don't know, maybe that's changed. Maybe that culture has changed. But they do give up on pitchers.
Lickety split.
They gave up on Dave Smoke Stewart early in his career. They get the guys in the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
And the guy out in Washington, what's his name? Gio was a Philly.
Yeah.
Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez was a Philly.
Yeah. So
didn't give him time to mature.
That's
Speaking of Washington, I just found out today.
Sean's finding out.
This is breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers have contacted the Washington Nationals on the availability of Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's a free agent at the end of the year.
Right.
Washington's not going to resign him.
Why don't you think they'll resign him? Too much?
He's going to want $200 million. He's going to want just north of $200 million, and Washington can't afford that.
Oh, they got rid of Worth finally.
Right.
But I know
that contract just ran out.
Right.
We can.
The Fightins can. Right.
Hey. I like that.
But yes, the Dodgers have contacted the Nats on the availability of Mr. Bryce Harper.
Are you nervous?
No. You know what? He doesn't come here. I think we're going to be okay. I think if we get him, we're better. But I think we'll be okay if we don't.
One of the best players at baseball. I hope we'd be better with one of the top 5
But if we
players.
don't get him, we'll be okay.
No, we won't.
No,
because
we won't.
Because this time next year, Mr. Mike Trout will be a Philly. So
you
they will trade it for him.
Still delusional.
Oh, there's
that.
Rick.
He's almost as delusional as Sixers fans and LeBron.
He comes here. I'm not going down that one again. He comes here when his career's done.
Baseball.
Nah, he's coming to Philly. You watch.
You got it. You already got the house. You already got the house picked out in South Jersey for near his old house where he grew up.
No, but you know what I did? I had a friend of mine.
that stopped right then and there.
No. A friend of mine went to the link to his season tickets for the Eagles game, and put please come to Philly stuff all over the place, and when he sits down, he's got a little pickle tickle happening, things like that.
Nice.
It's all for Trout.
Wow.
Intern, is that approved for YouTube pickle tickle?
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
That's fine.
So if we jump in
the hell's he got to do anything?
He's the intern. He should know all this stuff.
Have you read the rules and regulations of YouTube? Bullshit.
So if we look into the future, let's see Mike Trout.
Hey,
Mike Trout is 2 years from now.
No, next year. This time next year, he'll be roaming the outfields of CBP.
I gotta reset the
reset
the gauges on the future thing there.
There
we go. Now this is
next time
year.
next
Not
year.
2 years.
The trade deadline next year, the Phillies will acquire Mr. Mike Trout.
Should we drug test him? Is he allowed to be on the show if he's on drugs?
What will happen? You know what? What will happen if this does happen? What will you guys do if this does happen? You guys will kiss my ass.
The day my lips go anywhere near your ass.
Well, right now we'll give you a ding for it. So
ding. Thank you.
Hold on. We gotta put a pin in it.
Let's put a ding pin. Ding pin.
Ding pin.
Ding pin. Ding.
Ding.
All right, so we ding-pinged it.
That's a phenomenal. I don't know why. I like
that is
every
great.
week.
That's awesome.
The new standing thing here on the Joy Buzzer.
So last night, the Phillies hit 7 home runs?
Tied a record, club record, franchise record. Yeah.
So Reese went 2. Who was
Nick Williams
and
2,
Franco.
And Franco 2, and what's
Santana
his name?
hit
Santana.
a 2-run.
Right.
Two run.
He's still hitting 220, so I'm not excited about that.
I was going to say Dickie Hertz for the last one because I didn't know it was Santana.
It was Santana in the first inning, right?
It was Carlos Santana.
Who won't be here next year.
He will not be in a Phillies uniform next year.
You don't think?
Well, if they sign Trout, you're going to have to move Reese back into the infield.
Exactly. Well, no, they signed Santana for 2 years, so he'll be here, but he might get dealt.
He's gonna get dealt.
I hope he does.
If they sign Trout, come on.
You don't want your number 4 hitter hitting 205.
Right.
You can't have that and expect to win. Right. I mean, yeah, 72 walks, that's great. Way to go, get on base, good job. But you're the number 4 hitter. You're the guy who knocks in the runs.
Right.
Yeah.
He in a good lineup, he's 5, 6, 7
at best.
He's been leading off the past couple. Games,
he let off once.
Yeah, but he did lead off in Cleveland last year a lot. For
that was Cleveland.
Yeah, but no, Cleveland's good.
Their baseball team's good.
Yeah, the baseball team.
All their other teams suck now.
Fuck Cleveland.
Yeah. Oh man,
I can say that, right?
Yeah, you can.
Any youngsters listening to the show? That's what I say. So last night the Phillies, pumped on 7 runs, and that Ranger Suarez, right? Suarez,
Ranger, yes.
Ranger Suarez,
Ranger,
the first lefty in almost 2 years to start a game for the Phillies. Ranger is his first name.
Ranger, 5 innings.
He went 5, did okay.
That was a quality start.
Exactly.
Does he have hard stuff? Is he a Power Ranger?
Can you hit the boo
or
sound?
the buzzer or something?
There's a boo
Just
on
something.
there.
I think I'll have to look for the boo.
Oh yeah, you didn't load.
Or you know what?
I didn't load that one.
How about?
I don't know.
I was thinking crickets, but okay.
No, I was thinking just turn off his mic.
Oh, that's mean. I don't want to do that.
We can do crickets as well for it. So.
All right.
There it is. There it is. How about just week in general for the Phillies? I mean, Chase Utley with potentially could be his final at bats in Citizens Bank Park
until you see him in the playoffs.
That's why I said potentially. Yeah. If you didn't catch that,
yes.
The first time I said
stopped listening to you.
I figured. I know. It's
not me, Nick.
Normal. Thank you.
I'm enraptured.
Thank you. What?
Did I break this?
Thank you. I hope you did.
Yes.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Oh, by the way, we're in lovely CSB, and thanks again to
yes.
As you break this stuff. Thank you for having us. We will not be back.
But yes, Nick, you are correct. They had a great week.
Yeah, I mean, just other than the Padres 10-2 loss, it was everything pulled together for them. Yeah, I mean, we had a 16-inning game this week that was ridiculous.
With a walk-off by Plouffe.
Plouffe.
Hit a walk-off, 3-run dinger, won that one.
Some of the guys they've been calling up on this eve.
Well, speaking of calling up, they called up Roman Quinn today.
Oh, the mighty Quinn? The mighty Roman Quinn?
Apparently this kid is hiccup quick. We'll see.
Is he faster than Fafa? Fafa Pico?
And does he have more power than Ranger?
That sucked.
Oh, man, that was worse than the other one.
Crickets. Thank you.
Stop trying with that Power Ranger. Just stop.
It's gonna land.
You're better than that. Maybe.
That's a long delay.
That's a negative.
Isn't there a Night Ranger? Can't you figure that one out?
Motoring.
There you go.
What's your price for flight?
Copyrighted by Night Ranger.
Yeah, that's all we could sing. No more.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah, we can't say.
No more. I'm gonna stop the mics. No more.
Mother Christopher.
That's it. Mother.
Speaking of Christopher.
So the Phillies starting play tonight had a game and a half lead on the Braves. Magic numbers like 61.
I can't. You do that again. You did that last night, too. That's ridiculous.
Can't do magic numbers yet.
Actually, it'd probably be 60 because the Braves lost and we won, so it'd be 60.
Great.
Right.
Just slow down.
Right.
Slow down.
Sure.
Just slow down.
Let's just take it one game at a time.
That's right.
Give it 110%.
All right, so quick question. The Phillies have a playoff game on a Sunday in October. Do you watch the Phillies playoff game or the Eagles game?
Eagles, because Super Bowl champs.
All right, we got 2 more segments for the Eagles.
I don't know. You can watch the Phils on your tablet or computer.
Yeah.
And then
See, modern times.
Yeah, this is modern. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch multiple things at once now if you have a phone.
What if you are inept like some people I know?
That's your problem, not ours. We can watch multiple games at once.
Let's go into the future of October and find out what Sean's going to be watching.
He's going to be watching
cold October Sunday.
What if you have someone who's a blithering idiot and can't figure out how to watch two things at once?
He's gonna be watching a black TV because he couldn't figure out how to turn it on.
Right. I'll be watching some fat guy say, "Hey, wait a minute, I didn't turn the TV on."
This
just looking at him, yeah. Just looking at as the guy, the same guy keeps reaching for something on the TV. Where's the knob at?
Reach.
And it's not even a freaking color. All right, we are going to take a break.
And of course, somebody else is going to be yelling that the buttons.
Very nicely done.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got other sports to talk about. And guys, stay tuned on YouTube. We will be right back. Nikki's going to put a little thing that's going to bounce around the screen. It's actually kind of cool.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay. That's fine.
Maybe it'll happen this time.
We'll be right
Follow the bouncing fat guy heads.
Fat guys. Wait
Well,
a
hold
minute.
on. Yeah. Well, the two, and the felt good looking one.
Yeah. Okay.
You're listening to the Joy Buzzer, sports talk with a buzz.
Just admit it. What you're doing right now is working, but it's not ideal. Before attending the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, I worked retail, and now I'm working for a major radio station in the Philadelphia market. There's a campus right here in the Philadelphia area. Visit gocsb.com or call 1-800-TV-RADIO.
I am the commish.
And I'm Rob C., the instigator.
Nicky Cola over here.
And we are the Joy Buzzer, the premier sports talk show, sports talk with a buzz.
And if you like our new sports talk channel here on YouTube Live, please subscribe.
And if for some crazy reason you like the show, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit the bell to get our notifications so when we go live, you're right here with us.
We are back with the second segment of your Joy Buzz live on YouTube. YouTube, I said.
Calm down.
I'm excited about
You
YouTube.
may pass out
I am
over there
very
a little
excited
bit.
about being on YouTube. You have no idea how great this is. Until Rob C. punches me in the face. He's trying. He's getting there. He is getting there. All right, so
He's getting there.
last week we had
Will it happen?
last week we had a lively discussion about the soccer team and the leagues and all that crap, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do that again this week.
Yeah, you slipped a few times there.
So
Lie like a rug.
So
yeah, a little breakdown last week, a little bit on that one.
The Union had a regular season game, or was it this stupid tournament game?
See, already
Already
started.
I think it's a valid question. Is it a regular season game or a tournament game?
No. You missed a word there. You missed a word.
Union?
No. Stupid.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. Run it back. Run it back.
I still haven't heard an answer yet.
We need to get more into it. It was a regular season
It was
game.
a regular season game.
Yes.
Against whom?
Shouldn't you know that? Aren't you a sports guy?
No.
Don't you know everything about sports?
I am a sports guy, but only the good sports.
Houston Dynamo.
The Houston Dynamo. Now, are they in the Union's division?
Conference.
Same
They
thing.
don't have
Jesus
division.
Christ.
No,
It
it's
doesn't.
not.
It doesn't break. It doesn't break down. Like that.
Potato, bite me. I mean, what the hell?
What?
I knew. I knew this was all going to get started.
No, they are not.
They are not.
I'm
So,
just happy I had that
okay,
turned up
now-
this time.
So let me ask.
Oh wait, we got a caller.
Get the hell
What?
out.
No way.
Wowzer.
No way.
Bring it on.
Let's see if we can get this to work. Nikki.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, it's me. Soccer is not stupid.
Hey! Shut the commission up.
Then what is it?
No, it's excellent. Nick started it off, and all of his brother played soccer. That's the game to play. You constantly move all the time.
What's going on over here? I'm about to hang up on this phone line.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is
What?
one of our devout fans.
Yes.
The vote fans.
And we thank you for listening.
Yes.
I don't believe you about soccer, but I thank you for listening.
Oh, my God.
He's full of it. He's full of it.
Thank you for calling in, man. This is great. So, did you watch the Union game Wednesday, caller? Who's it? By the
No, we had we watched the World Cup, and Matthew, what was the other game we watched?
Yes.
Where you at?
Right.
We're here. We're listening.
No, we're here.
I think he's yelled us. She's,
We're letting you talk.
We're over here enthralled by your melodic voice.
You're probably more informative about this team than we are.
were you watching the real football game inside the link?
Yeah,
Juventus and FC Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for it wasn't the players from the World Cup weren't there, so.
No.
Was it a good atmosphere in the link? Were people having fun?
Oh yeah, of course.
So wait a minute.
Put the other one on the phone.
Wait,
Let him talk about it.
wait. I got a question. There was 2 teams that played soccer at the link. Yes.
Yes.
Now these teams did not include the players that were in the World Cup. So it was just. It was basically Jerry's Kids versus Little Sisters of the Poor.
Oh, no.
No, so you know why they can't play? Because soccer is a game that you constantly have to be running around in and you constantly move.
How's that? We hear another voice there.
Oh, we hear another caller.
And we hear dogs in the background.
Who
the only thing
who let the dogs out?
Let the dogs out. Woo.
Now you're going to sing again.
I sing everything.
Bashed about your singing. I love it. The only thing we can't say right now is turn down your radio at home. That's all I wanted to do.
Well, wait a minute. Are you watching the Phillies right now? Do you have the Phillies game on?
I'm watching you guys.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Would you look at
We
that?
are-
Yes.
Yeah.
On you. Two. You. Two. You. Two. You. Two.
See, I just watch you guys so that way then you can inform me because I see that you guys are watching the games and stuff like that. You can inform me of the information. I don't need to go there. I can just stay on you.
That's right.
Oh,
Hey,
look at that.
So we got to get
Nice.
That's good thinking.
intern Z, get better at that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Write down some scores somewhere.
You're supposed to be doing this.
It's
Great
your job,
cheering over
intern.
there too.
Nice.
You have an iPad. I know this because I bought it. So put it to use.
Hey, what I say? I resign.
Booyah.
I don't work for you guys.
Well, since you missed
You don't have a choice of that, dude. I don't think you choose it.
to get back to soccer talk, and you missed the Union
who?
game Wednesday.
Are
They
we done? Are we done with the caller? on the
no,
line?
no,
No.
we're informing her about the
She
the
can
big
stay
Union
on as
win.
long as she wishes.
Yes, she can.
She's one of our listeners.
I think
That's
you
right.
hope.
So
Now I can hear the dog in the background.
and the dog is saying more soccer talk.
Dog is saying, "Roof Union sucks. Union sucks."
Oh, they have been, but they went down to Houston and beat a really good Houston team.
Devil went down to Houston.
Devils went down toUston.
Wait.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Wow, I'm bringing that over
Wow.
from the old.
Wow. We're going. I guess, all right, if they're back in Houston back then, I guess we have to jump back in the time machine.
I think
and
it's
go to Houston.
I think it's time to let the caller go.
Well, I have to go real quick.
Thank you very much for
No,
calling
don't
in.
go.
Dude, I'll call you again if there's anything else. you
Please
know?
do.
You are the bomb. Thanks for calling
Thanks
the Joy
for calling
Bomb.
in.
That's right.
Have a good night.
And it was nice watching Nicky sweat when he saw the phone ring and said, "Oh shit, what do I do now?"
He got it, though. Handled it like a
I saw the
champ.
blinking light. I'm happy.
He handled that like a champ.
That was beautiful.
Absolutely.
And the caller, thank you very much.
And that was our first caller, wasn't it?
That was our first caller.
Absolutely.
And she's our most devout fan.
Absolutely.
She hasn't
deserve-
missed a
so-
show.
So Nick and the caller.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
All right. Let's get some more. Let's make this the whole last segment of all
And see,
calls.
but this is why it's called Nicky's Joy Buzzer.
This is right.
Why?
This is true. Because he answered the phone.
Yes.
That's something you can't do, so I guess, yeah. That is.
I can answer the phone. I may not go out of the air.
And folks, if you want to join us on the phone line, 856-330-4749.
Phone lines are open.
Phone line is open. Nikki loves picking them up.
We are on the ball tonight with this stuff.
Maybe.
So
all right, speaking of being on the ball, the Union.
Nice segue.
Hey, look at
Yeah,
that.
like that.
3-1 against the Houston
We
Dynamo.
need like a segue soundboard, don't we? Is there like a?
We were trying to work on that. It didn't work out well.
Put
But
like
yeah,
a segue.
3-1.
3-1.
They're getting rolling again.
They got rolling on the road, and I think it was their first road win of the year.
Nah.
Of the year?
No,
Holy shit.
second.
No,
because they were in Chicago 2 weeks ago and they won.
They're second. That's it. They played 117 games. They won 2 friggin' road games.
Yes.
You sure about that?
I don't know.
I may have to get started again. I'm getting revved up here.
Do it.
But that win actually puts them a little closer to the playoff spot there. Now they've got the 27 points, so they're right on the cut line there, Sean. So is this the
yes,
again
the cut line? You know what that is, Sean?
Wait a minute.
As he's trying to
Sorry,
read.
no. I'm. Hey, Mr. Peterson, we talked about the Phillies Adubel Cabrera like an hour ago. Where the hell you been? Have you been watching the show? Come on, man.
Can you stop bashing the people that
Let's
are
stop
tuning
bashing
in
our
and listening
callers.
to us? What is wrong with you?
Mr. Peterson can call us in anytime.
No, Mr.
A
Peterson,
gentleman
call in
and
and
a
shut this man
scholar.
up.
Yeah, if you'd like to scold this man personally,
856-330-4749.
Give me a call. I'd love to talk.
I figured out how to answer the phone.
And
once.
all
I
you
think I
have
can do it again.
and all you have to do is say, "Instigator, give that commish a buzz cut."
Wait for it. There
I
it is.
had to wait there to catch up there. But yeah,
I should have started that sentence a little later.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so Union again. They're on the cusp of making the playoffs here. 27 points. They're right on the line.
They could do it.
They could.
The
but
talent is there, and the biggest thing is Dochkow pulling himself around and starting to act like the true captain.
And the thing
instead
is,
of Bedoya.
What's his name?
Dochkow.
Deutschkow.
Deutschkow?
Deutschkow, yeah.
Get
like
the
in
fuck outta
Deutsch.
here. That's a great name.
It's not better than Umbop.
Oh, nothing's better than Umbop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Umbop. I wish we had Umbop on this.
Does
team.
he play for a team?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he
Does
does.
he play for an MLS team?
No,
Or
he's too good.
Or for over in Europe, one of those teams.
He
Yeah,
plays in Europe.
Yeah, I think he plays in the Bundesliga.
The Bundes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bundes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But no, he's too good.
Now,
wait till he retires from that league,
here
then
it
he'll
goes.
come over here and play.
Here it comes.
No.
here we go.
This is a very serious question.
Go ahead.
Is the money better over there than it is in the MLS league?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, you both kind of did the same thing there.
Yeah.
100%.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I don't know that.
Very much.
Well, I know that. What is it?
Even though it's Major League Soccer.
Manchester United is now the second most. What do you call it?
Highest
franchise.
franchise
right.
tag.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's the second.
They
Now
were up
Dallas
there.
took them over, but
Yes.
so they're the second. So that's
Right.
that league. Now, what league does that play in? Is that
What, Manchester United?
Yeah, is that like
well, yeah, they play in England. They play in the Premier League.
It's Premier League. Okay.
Yes.
Now
That's one of the bigger leagues.
A team like Spain or Portugal, they play in like a South American league or something, right?
Well, that's just national teams.
Yeah, those are national teams.
You go when you get the Juventus and FC Bayerns, they're separate teams that play in
separate leagues.
Okay.
Yeah.
They play in the same league, but then it's not a national team. Like it's not Spain.
Right.
Okay.
It's players from all around. It's the NFL.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
This is the
every
league name.
country's NFL.
Yes.
All right.
So
Zach, you had a question?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
I'm just sitting here trying to take it this all.
Well, I saw you reach for your nose. That's why I had to stop you.
Nose candy.
I was petting my mustache.
Did you get a little vape in the mustache?
I have more hair on
I didn't
my...
bring it today.
I have more hair on my toe.
Please don't show us.
Look.
No.
No.
Okay, so. Okay, so the money isn't nearly as good here as it is over there.
No.
Okay.
no,
so
not
in
even
turn,
by
the
far.
MLS isn't on same par as Premier League and the other leagues.
You could think of the
No.
MLS as sort of like a AAA league
Okay.
compared to those leagues.
Okay.
And
Now,
pretty much a retirement league too.
Another question.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
Okay.
Could any member of the union make one of the soccer clubs over there, or are they good enough to?
Maybe
I'm
one.
going to say no on that question.
One or
man.
two.
Holy shit.
They're not. Yeah, they're
well,
not.
Well, the thing
bred-
is, the way they bring the players up, they have their own academies and stuff. So going up through their farm system, I don't know if maybe the union guy could get somewhere on their farm system somewhere.
like
and-
right now, there's a few players on the union team that we've actually bred since they were young. They started in the union academy in their schooling to teach them to then play for the union when they got older.
Right.
We got a few of them on the team right now, and it's actually pretty cool to see. That's where they're going to start.
That's how they develop, right?
And you develop them. You're creating that player for exactly what you're looking for.
Right.
What kind of offense? If you're going full offense, you're going full defense. you make that player into what you need, and there's not really any other
right
sport
that
does that.
Right, and the thing about with soccer is usually like the big elite players are the ones that get moved around. You know, guys that are you consider elite and stuff that can play anywhere, in any league, in any system, and those are the guys that draw the most money and stuff. So as a union player or even an MLS player, like I remember when was it Brick Shea, who was big in Houston, Dallas. Yeah. A few years ago, where he was the cat's meow for the MLS, he went out to play in the Premier League with Aston Villa, and really didn't do so well.
Yeah.
So and a guy who led the league here when he played with the Galaxy, Bunbury, I think it was.
Sure.
Yeah, one of the, who played with what's his face? The English guy. With Beckham.
David Beckham.
With David Beckham, and led the league in goal scoring because he had David Beckham feeding him the ball.
Yeah, pretty
box. But then he goes out to and plays in England and just doesn't do well.
More of retired players from the other league that come to this league.
I'll tell you
it's
one
not
thing.
Really
though.
more of the other way. If they're bred to play here in the MLS, they kind of stay here.
Right. And Sean, you were talking about the differences in leagues and everything.
Right.
I'm going to tell you about the differences in players. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, right, comes here. He's playing for the Galaxy.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How was that?
Big name.
Well,
yeah,
he came. Yeah, thank you. But he's now plays for the Galaxy, right? He's older now. Nobody in Europe really wants to pay that price tag for him. He comes to the Galaxy. He's having a so-so year and stuff. But they played the Union last week, and the Galaxy beat them. But when you were watching the play on the field, you could tell the difference. You could tell that Zlatan there is like a major league soccer player, because it was kind of like watching Eric Lindros when he came into the league, and just how much bigger and faster he was than everybody else.
Oh God, his first game didn't he have like 3 goals or 2 goals or something? Like, it was just unreal. Like, he stepped onto the field and this is mine now.
And again, this is an elite player. So this would kind of like if somebody from the NBA went to play, I don't know, somewhere in, I don't know, Israel or Egypt or something. You could tell the difference between the local pros and a guy who is an elite player.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
you could just say, you just look at the field and go, oh my God, the guy's like a freaking thoroughbred running down the field. And what's his name? Thornberry, Snozzenberry's trying to keep up with him. There's just nothing he could do to stop it.
Well, you look at Dochcal came from overseas for us.
Right.
And it was just a little matter of time before he clicked with his teammates. And you just see he can read the ball and read the plays so much better and so much faster than the players we had. But that's a lot of the players we get. We had Barnetta a few years ago.
Right.
That was just a solid number 10 player in the middle of the field. It was just he knew where that player was going to run before he was getting ready to run there.
Right.
And it's just it's not bred like that over here for some reason.
Right. This is a meat and potatoes. The MLS is a grinder league. It's you know, it's guys going out there and grinding the game out and stuff. And when you see a player that elite class come in and stuff, you like go, wow, if we can start actually, getting some of our better athletes to play soccer and stuff. This is the kind of players that we can develop and stuff. So.
And that's why you get a lot of our national team goes and plays overseas. They don't play in the MLS. There is a lot. I mean, we do have.
They tried to build it up more with the MLS.
What's his name? Our captain right now, Bedoya.
Bedoya.
He's a he plays for the national team, but a lot of the good guys go play overseas. They go learn overseas, learn in those leagues, and then bring it back to our national team.
Right. Sean,
does that answer your question?
Sean has Sean Little, you know what he's thinking about? I think he's still thinking about strudels. Right now, Sean is in a field somewhere and just.
Oh, by the way, the guy you were yelling at on
I just saw it.
Yes, his name's
Sorry,
Dave.
Jesus Christ.
Dave's the man.
All I see is D. Peterson. I wasn't going to call you Dick, Doug, or Donnie. You know what
you call him? You call him Mr. Peterson.
That's what I said, Mr. Peterson.
You better.
Did I not say Mr. Peterson?
Mr. Peterson is a class act.
I don't pay attention when you talk.
Right. Well, you should.
Oh.
Because I'm right.
We'd love for Mr. Peterson to
You're right.
All the time.
Yeah. I smell that fart again.
Yikes.
There it is.
There you go. Is that 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah.
You need 2 of them?
There you go. So what is the union's upcoming schedule?
I really don't want to dive into this. This is going to start another argument.
Wait. Before you give me the schedule, do not give me the friggin' tournament. I don't care.
They're playing Portland next Saturday.
Saturday.
Not tomorrow.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah. So they have a week off. No,
Yes.
because they got a stupid tournament game.
No, they don't.
No,
It's
right?
after that.
No, that's after.
So now they're going to have a week off, and they're going to play like
Well, they played
4
Wednesday,
games in 3 days or something like that. Now.
Here we go again.
I'm sorry, that tournament thing just really it grabs me by the jockey shorts and just yanks. It pisses me off.
Jockey shorts. Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeehaw.
All right, so
Playing Portland next.
They're in what, 8th place? You said in the division?
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
sorry, in the conference.
they're in 7th.
7th. So right now, if the season ended today, would they be in the playoffs?
No.
Yes.
Would they?
It's 8.
Yeah, that's
8 and
right.
up.
Yeah.
8 and up. They'd be yes. They'd be in the
Okay,
playoffs.
now are they getting better, or are they just going to stay right where they're at? Can they get to 6 or 5 or 4 or higher?
Let's see who's up there. I believe they can if they have such
Well,
good run. It's
they-
not like baseball.
They can
get
make
hot.
it. They can probably make it up to 6th, because they got 27 points. Columbus is up in 4th place with 33. I don't know if they'll be able to catch them. By the end
They're
of the
not
year.
catch it, but they can.
But they can catch New England or
and Montreal.
Yeah.
Now there's like 62 games left, right?
About that times 3, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably times 3. Although, yeah.
I swear to God, there's like a week off season. and then
But
it's
yeah,
over.
you're the one that was just complaining soccer's too long, but that you want 2 tournaments back to back.
Right.
What?
So that would be soccer all year long.
No, so you shorten the soccer season by like 6 months.
I'm sorry, these are athletes. They can run for 90
here we
minutes,
go, athletes.
4 times a week.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
We starting this?
Play all year round.
Yep.
They play all year round in
Yep.
Mexico.
And they run and run and run and run and run and run. And
They have 2 seasons in Mexico.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Right? Yeah. They have a summer season and a winter season.
Right. Tell
They
them to
have
put on
coaching.
freaking football pads and hit somebody.
I just talk about football players that take off the pads.
Yeah, you know what I watched? That was
That's called rugby.
Yeah, it was
Right.
much more entertaining. I just saw the International Rugby Sevens Championship.
see some of that.
from San Francisco. That was entertaining as
That
hell.
was very entertaining. That was an
Yeah.
enjoyable
Matter
thing
of
to
fact,
watch.
yeah, New Zealand won the whole thing again.
Zealand?
Because
They're tough boys.
They're unreal.
They're tough
They're
boys.
the better than the
They're-
Patriots.
yeah, they're the
franchise.
premier.
They're the
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yep.
they are. They beat, and for all you England haters, I think they beat England in the final. So
Good.
But the
Bunch
U.S.
of losers.
Yeah, but the U.S.
Fix
team,
your
which
fucking
actually
teeth.
favored to go in and make some noise in this tournament.
That's like a second.
But they actually lost in like the quarterfinals. Or
USA
something,
did.
so. Yes.
Yeah, our rugby
Wake
team-
wake up, Zach.
Rugby team's
No,
not
I was
bad.
just left with the what he said.
Rugby team's not bad.
Zach, job and give me 20.
Dude,
Dollars?
Dude.
Yeah, $20.
He's not going to do 20 push-ups. He can't do that.
Oh.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we get the camera angle?
Can we
Can
get a
reach back in
camera?
that corner.
Can it reach back there?
Hey, you can see the
Right
ground
there?
over there.
Oh man!
Oh,
man!
Excuses already.
I want the
Yeah,
bed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'll give you $1 if you can
18
do
years
5.
old.
Where's the dollar?
Are we gonna do this?
Where's the dollar?
Is this
I'll
happening
show you
right
the
now?
dollar.
Where's the dollar?
Oh, that
I'll
sounds,
give you $1 if you do 5.
that sounds sexual.
Where's the dollar?
Hold on, it's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
He's getting the $1 out. He's reaching in.
There it is, folks.
There's the $1.
There it is.
$1.
Yeah, what's camera, Nick?
There you go. Go up to 2.
Go to kid 2. Go to 2.
There's $1.
There's $1. and we're still on camera.
Until you
No.
Hold on.
No.
All right, and we're still on
That's
camera
not how
too.
a
You can
deal
see the
works.
floor
That's
here.
not how it works.
I could jump to 1 real quick so they can see him getting up out of the seat.
All right,
That's not how it
look.
works.
I've got it right here.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I got the solution. Rip it in half. Give him half now.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Right there.
Good.
It's right there. All
said
right,
5,
we
right?
got him.
You said 5?
5 good ones.
all the way
Sean,
down to the ground.
All the way down to the ground.
All right.
All right, folks. Take
That's
bets. Take bets on the channel here. All right, is he still on camera?
He's on camera.
Oh, beautiful. All the way down. Not on your knees.
I'm not on my knees.
All right.
Ah,
All right,
that's
start again.
later in life.
1, 2,
2,
3,
2,
4,
2.
4.5. Ooh.
Give my dollar.
Give us $1. Lucky punk.
Is that really what's happening right now?
Sports Talk Radio with a buzz.
That's the buzz.
And just think,
All right, he does, and you know what? He gets $1 and a ding. A ding.
and if you had a job, you'd make more dollars.
Ding.
Oh, we're shooting personal arrows now. I mean, it does make sense though. You know, if you did have a job, you'd make money.
That's all I'm saying.
He'd be making money and having fun.
That's what we do.
That's right.
Are we getting paid for this?
And
Yes.
and Mr. David Peterson, I'm in the same boat as you, buddy. I read your thing there, and I'm in the same boat, as you can see.
What?
What? You leave Mr. Peterson alone.
No, I'm agreeing with him 100%.
Now I think I got a problem with Mr.
Mr.
Peterson.
Yeah.
I am agreeing with him 100%.
That's it.
Just keep listening to the show, buddy.
Thanks for listening.
Yes.
We're friends again.
We appreciate it.
Until he says something to piss you off. Like
Hold on a second. Did Mr. Peterson say something anti-soccer? Is that what you
No,
like about
not anti-soccer. It was more anti-Mr. Peterson.
No, not Mr. Peterson is a prince among men.
I'm reading his post, and I agree.
I think we need a
We're-
Mr. Peterson
We're
t-shirt.
buddies now. Him and I. We're going out for a beer.
Apparently, they're both way too fat to run around with soccer.
Exactly. That's what the post says. Him and I go for a beer after the show. Where are you?
And he doesn't hate it. It's just not his cup of tea.
Exactly.
His words, not mine.
Yes, that sounds like Mr.
You
Peterson.
tell the bar, and Rob and I will be there. Sorry, Zach.
Next time he's in town.
You guys are having tea? Open tea.
Something.
I don't know. I'm
Something
reading.
like that.
Oh, you're reading? That's right. He can't see.
I can't see the damn
Fish
thing.
and chips. So what we should start doing is hold it up to camera 2, and then we'll have someone call in to read the comments for you.
There you go. So, Sean, that hot Atlanta team is still number 1 in the conference. So.
Yes, Atlanta is back to MLS, dog.
Back to MLS. And if you got to go out to the Western Conference, that Dallas, who knew FC Dallas was that good?
Wait a minute.
Or-
There's 2 conferences? How many
Did
teams
I
are in
say-
this freaking league?
I told you there was 2 conferences.
How do you get to a final if you don't have 2 conferences?
That's right.
There's
East
no-
versus West.
Practice.
There's no division.
We talking about practice.
It's just 2 conferences. There's no divisions. As he fumbles with his phone.
All right, my phone went ape shit.
Fumble
Hold on.
line.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Take his phone away from
Fumbleluski.
him.
Yeah, thanks.
And how about DC United being in last place with Wayne Rooney on that team?
That's amazing. Rooney's not. That's not. He's. I don't know why they thought that was gonna turn that team around.
They thought that he
Wait a
was
minute.
going to
Rooney
get there.
used to play in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed. The little guy.
He's not
Bald-headed
that
guy.
little.
No, he's not that little.
Not that little.
He's short.
He's a bigger dude.
He's got bald head, stubby legs, and he played for. He was like a winger or something on Man. He scored all their goals. I know who you're talking about. Good old Wayne Rooney.
He played. You full of shit.
Is that his name, Wayne Rooney?
Yes, it is.
I know who I'm talking about.
Pull that one out of this.
Did he really pull that out of his ass?
I know who I'm talking about.
He
Wait,
let,
hold on. Why do you think
No,
he was on the
that's-
phone? He was looking at
he let a fart out with that one.
No, I know who he is.
Uh-huh.
How did I know he played for Manchester? Because I've seen him. No buzz this time. I know what I'm talking about.
What national team did he play for?
I don't know. The London Silly Nannies. I have no freaking. I know he
Close.
played for the freaking Manchester United team, and then signed a huge deal with one of the Ham and Egger teams of MLS.
We were just talking about it.
DC United.
Thank you, DC United. But I'm saying I know who you're talking about. I actually know who you're talking about.
Well, I'm impressed.
And you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
But I do.
I
know-
was just waiting for it. I was like, when is he going
There
to
was
drop it?
something,
He's
yeah.
going to drop the ball.
There was something
And then
in
he
there.
did it.
Dropped a load.
No,
in
so
his
he's not
shorts.
playing well? Or is he
Well-
playing well and the rest of the team sucks?
He's one that he was old and retired and probably should have just retired and not joined the
It's
MLS.
just been a coach somewhere.
Right. Where you got like a.
There's no reason
You
for him
got
to be
other
playing.
dudes coming over that are.
And he signed a big deal,
This
too,
is
didn't
their-
he? He made
oh,
some
yeah.
money.
You know what it is?
That's a big name.
Here's probably what happened. Someone went to the casino a few too many times while he was retired. You know, ended up in Monaco or whatever you want to call it, and kind of blew some of the retirement money. And the third trophy wife was like, you know, you're not as rich as you used to be. I'm gonna.
Hey,
leave
you
it."
wanker.
Yay! Aye! Aye!
After you go to the dentist, go to the MLS.
Oi! Hey! Oi, you wanker!
Sorry, Mr. Baverstock. That's our worst English accent.
That's not what we're
we're
not known for that here.
Yeah, and Mr. Stanley Ball, Dean Stanley Ball. We do apologize.
No,
Friends
we
of-
don't.
No, we don't.
Are you kidding?
Jeez.
Those are just some personal acquaintances of mine from across the pond. We're
Acquaintances.
probably listening sometime and just rolling their eyes out now, including my brother-in-law.
All right, I know I just asked this, but I've already forgotten the answer. Who is Union playing again next week? Next Saturday?
Seattle,
night?
Portland.
Portland. Okay, Portland. Thank you.
I meant to
The
say Portland.
Timbers.
Will they win this game?
If they score more than the
if
other
they
team.
score more.
I
than
mean,
the
are
other
they
team.
are they a better team than this Portland soccer club?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
You know what they say, Sean?
What do they say?
Any given Sunday.
But they're playing on Saturday, aren't they?
Any given Saturday.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a break.
Is it break time?
Says
what do
who?
you think?
We are, aren't we?
What?
I don't know.
According to my watch.
We're not following your watch. Your watch is set on fart time.
That was terrible.
I was hoping that.
That was bad.
Wait for it.
That was bad.
Oh man.
I was actually switching. I was gonna try to switch boards to get to the other one, because we're not using your watch because you're not in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
Nice.
Now I gotta get to it.
That's okay. We'll wait.
Keep stalling.
All right, there you go.
Keep
Yeah,
stalling.
we got a couple minutes.
So
anyway.
how about that weather, huh?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Sure is a lot of weather we're having.
Kinda su-
Do you feel in charge?
Still great though. What was your question going to be?
I don't know.
I
don't remember either.
Well, the answer was 12.
That's probably about right. Probably about right.
12 soft. Half.
What?
Strong and straight.
Strong and straight.
Maybe it is time for a break.
Buddy, you're hurt.
Yep, definitely time for a break now.
Mama's got chores.
That's next.
All right,
That's next
have-
week. We'll have.
We have
next
one
week
more
we'll-
segment that Zach's been licking his chops for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yasmin?
Because
What is it?
apparently, yeah, go ahead.
What is it?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
What are we talking
it's
about?
the chess final from Schenectady, New York.
I can't wait.
Hell yeah!
That's right.
America, fuck yeah.
That's right. Queen's Bishop. Right. Queen's
pawn,
Bishop.
the horseman.
The pawn for.
To
Pawn,
pawn
bishop, the queen,
That's right.
king.
King, hump the
knight,
queen.
The knight.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
This is Rob C., the instigator, and you're listening to The Joy Buzzer, sports talk with a buzz.
Broadcast media is all around you, and it's the people with media skills who work in this amazing industry. How do you gain those skills? The Philadelphia area campus of Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Affordable training in months, not years, without decades of debt. 1-800-TV-RADIO or GoCSB.com.
I am the commish.
And I'm Rob C., the instigator.
Nicky Cola over here.
And we are the Joy Buzzer, the premier sports talk show, sports talk with a buzz.
And if you like our new sports talk channel here on YouTube Live, please subscribe.
And if for some crazy reason you like the show, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit the bell to get our notifications so when we go live, you're right here with us.
We're back.
Dumbass.
Well, no, it said Odubel Herrera hit a home run, but it was still saying 1-0. The Phillies are up 2-1, by the way, because Odubel Herrera hit a 2-run dinger.
Talking with your mic
And,
open.
and
Come
we're,
on.
and we're back with the Joy Buzzer.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
My Sharona. All right, the final segment of the show. Well,
A little potpourri
There's
segment.
a couple, yes.
Yeah,
We got some more stuff to
potpourri.
discuss.
Potpourri.
A little
Some
potpourri.
potpourri.
Or buzzer pourri.
Right. Actually, we're going to start with we're going to throw a little curveball here. We're going to start golf first because
Oh,
last week
well,
was
I
the
thought-
Open from Carnoustie.
Wake me up.
I thought
Um,
we did before you go. I thought we did.
All right. Who sang it?
Give me a second. No.
Come on.
But I know it's
Come on.
Jitterbug.
Think
Come on.
Deadpool. Think Deadpool.
Come on.
Who is the group?
It's Chicago, was it?
No, it's an exclamation
I'm
point.
gonna boombox the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna dance again.
There you go.
The way I did.
There'll be no pulling out tonight.
That's all. I'm not paying them anything. That's all we can say.
So yes, there was the Open in Carnoustie.
Yeah, here you go.
The finals on Sunday, and
you can get that tissue.
Here you go.
a gentleman by the name of Francisco de Molinari
Bless you.
won, and I think
Hey, didn't he play for the Sixers last year?
that was Monaco Bellinelli. Now this guy I think was the first Italian golfer to win the Open Championship.
You think?
I think. I'm not sure because I wasn't sure if someone won it like back in 1920 or something like that.
Fact check.
Fact
Go right ahead.
check.
I'm not
checking that
doing
one.
it. I'm not doing it, but yes.
Pretty sure that's how stuff like this is supposed to work. You can't just,
But I do
throw
know
out
for
fake
sure
facts.
that Tiger was in the mix. In fact, was in the lead for like 2 holes.
He was actually.
He was freight training them.
Unfortunately, he played
by the
both
way,
holes.
Hold on, it is confirmed.
Badly.
Mr. Molinari is the first Italian
There
to
you
win the
go.
British Open.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Instigator. Tiger was in contention the whole time. He played very well. Like I said, he was in the lead for a couple of holes. And
Was this his. Stop saying
He said
holes every time I'm
holes.
going to try and
That's
talk.
what it is.
Was this his,
Holes.
like,
Gotcha.
was this his comeback? Like, was this his first real. Not comeback, his first.
This
better,
was his first
better tournament that he's had since the whole Waffle House.
He's played okay other times, but this was his first major that he was really involved in. That he was really had a shot
He was
at winning.
up there winning.
Yeah, he had a real shot at winning. And honestly, he could have won this tournament.
What stopped him?
His wife.
No, it was.
Was it his last round?
It was 2 holes.
The freight train just stopped.
Rachel Yucatel. No, I'm kidding.
What was that?
Did he go? Did they have?
That was her name, by the way.
By the way,
Freight train?
No, Rachel Yucatel.
Freight train was
thing.
his name.
I was about to say, are there Waffle Houses in England?
That's what I was concerned.
There
about.
might be.
Is that why he didn't win?
Is it a tea and scone house?
I don't know. Maybe a strudel house?
Fish and chips.
Right?
Strudel house?
Strudel house. Or crumpets?
Strudel.
It's fish and chips.
Crumples? Fish
No,
and chips?
actually,
That's what I thought. Fish and
I think
chips.
they're like
Fish and
spotted
chips.
dick over there. No.
I think you're right.
It
I think
is?
you're right.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know.
At the pub.
Zach, you'd love a nice spotted dick.
What the hell did you just say to me?
It's supposedly tasty.
What the
I don't
hell
know.
did this man just say to me?
Apparently, that's what it is.
That's phenomenal.
Anybody out in the UK listening to us, give us a call.
What
and
just
explain
happened?
to us how delicious a spotted dick is.
There you go. Now, if you're in the UK and you're
Not
going to call us,
sponsored.
it's probably going to be like 1-00111911000111011 856-330-4749.
Shut up. They know how to dial international numbers.
Yeah, jackass.
But he finished tied for 6th. And
Yes.
He was what? Even? Actually, no.
Tied for
He was
6th. And what?
He
like,
was even for the 4th round.
Yeah, he was even for the day and finished at 6 under.
Finished at
it's golf, so
5 under.
9 people tied at 6th, right?
No.
3.
3.
Right? 3 or 4.
3.
There was
3. He was tied with Pepperell and Chappelle.
Pepperoni? A
Close.
lot of
Pepperoni.
Italian that time.
There was the first place, and then I think there was 4 tied for second place, and then
4
3
tied for second.
and then
Yep.
3 tied for third.
That's correct. Justin Rose,
But I'll tell you what,
Kisner, McElroy.
if you're a fan of golf, which I am, I'm the only one here that is, and that's fine. You know,
Golf.
this was a really interesting.
Well, they do
Open.
play all year round, Nick.
They do actually. They play in Hawaii during the
That's too
winter.
much.
and-
That's too much.
Way too much.
I bet you they bounce
They play more
tournaments
than
on
one
top
tournament.
Of, yeah,
You know what?
on top of
You
each
know,
other.
you know what's funny? You can actually take.
It kind of sucks.
You can
It's
take
a
a
lot.
week
more
or
than
2
one
off.
tournament a year.
There's no point to it because
Yeah, I
some
know.
people want
So
down.
how
Shouldn't
do
it just
you
be
know
the
people
Tournament
listening?
Players Club?
They don't
How
want to
you get-
hear it.
That's the
all
only one that
time.
matters,
It
right?
really sucks.
I
I
mean,
don't understand why you just. Is
you
there any
just
big
play-
trophies
The
even
people
for it?
listening to this right now,
I don't
Are
understand.
you having a fun time right
Yeah.
now? Just make sure you follow Joy Buzz on Instagram.
Are you trying to do the
official Joy
subliminal
Buzzer.
advertising thing over there?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do while you guys talk.
Zach just
Yeah, follow
whispering
us
in
on
your ear.
Instagram.
Hey, follow Joy Buzz on the official Joy Buzz.
What do you
right
think?
now.
Give me money. Give me money.
Smoke.
All right,
We
but
said
yes.
PayPal.
All right, so,
So as I
I'm
was
just kidding. We
saying,
just a little bit.
it was interesting tournament. Like if you said, if you're a fan of golf, and this is the golf course they played is a place called Carnoustie, and it is old, and literally
Old.
Old.
How old is
It's
it?
147 years old.
Fact check.
Go ahead.
I mean, I did hear a lot of people talking about this was a very entertaining tournament.
Oh, it was
to
awesome.
watch.
Like I said, if you are a fan of golf, this was great.
I don't know
This
how
was
golf
good
can
drama.
be entertaining.
It was. Again, you're not a fan of golf, so it's the same with me with soccer.
Right.
I don't find soccer entertaining at all.
It's just nice.
You do.
Soccer is a bigger sport, so.
Is it?
Much.
Is it?
Much.
Okay, if you think so.
How old is it, Rob?
It's actually, let's see, it was recorded having been played. Golf has been recorded having been played at Carnoustie in the early 16th century.
Holy crap.
And
So
in,
that's
hold on a
400
second.
years old.
And in 1860, the 14th Earl of Dalhousie, who owned the land, sold the links to the local authority.
Right, and his name was Chuck.
Right. Chuck Carnoustie. Apparently, the first time that it hosted the Open tournament was back in 1931.
Wow.
And the way the course is laid out now,
Amazing.
it was the course layout that's now it was actually designed in 1926.
Okay.
19. Wow.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
Maze.
That's
Are we doing this
amazing.
again? Last week's bit.
The old fallback, Maze.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Amaze balls.
Kablam.
Holes. Anyway,
Sploosh.
golf.
That was Carnoustie.
Balls and holes.
Carnoustie. Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
You said it's one of
Toaster strudel.
It's a very tough course.
Do they?
It's a very challenging course.
Now, is it like because of the narrow fairways and the winding paths?
Oh, no, you know what? There's not much fairway to it, and the rough is rough. I mean, you could.
How rough is the rough?
You could literally be standing on top of your ball and not see it.
That was some, when they popped that up and I watched about 30 seconds, that was some deep shit.
It was.
That
Yes,
was,
it was.
deep
Now,
grass.
is this the kind of course that has the old-fashioned European bunkers?
Pot bunkers.
Right.
Yes.
It just literally just holes in the ground.
So it's not
with
sand
brick
trap.
walls.
It's not sand trap.
It's not a sand
It's
trap.
a
Trenches.
Lynx
Bunker.
It's a difference between ours and Lynx Golf. Lynx Golf has the pot bunkers that are 4, 5, 6 feet tall, look like brick walls and everything,
Right.
which are just, if you're in there and you got a bad angle, you're doomed. You're taking 3 shots in there at least.
That's
Right.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
bad, right?
It's
God
awful.
knows you don't want to take 3 shots in a hole.
Right.
What?
Nothing.
You got to have the right club for that.
I like your symmetry.
Ding.
Ding.
Sploosh.
Hey, jeez. Just
So,
full
yes,
of
the Open tournament won by won by Francisco Molinari.
Molinari. Say it right. Make it sing.
Molinari.
Make it sing.
Molinari.
Molinari.
I like a big pizza pie. That's Molinari.
¿Cómo se pronuncia? Molinari.
Is that it, like Spanish Italian?
Somewhere in there.
All
I
right,
know.
cool. Very
It's,
good.
it's romantic.
It's romantic.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
look.
romantic. It's part of
My
the
pants
romantic,
are at my ankles.
romantic language.
What the hell is going on?
Want to say?
No. Switch now. Switch to camera 2. Switch to camera 2. Camera 2.
Talk.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna- That would have been 9 strikes right there.
A little Molinari.
Probably said, "Where is it?" We can't give you a
So a
strike for
guy
that, sir.
named Molinari.
Gary Molinari.
The one at the Carnoustie.
Right.
I take the Molinari. I put it in the Carnoustie, and what do I get?
Vaya Forte Forte.
I get the winner.
You get the
That's
claret
what I get.
jug. So it's
A
called.
clay jug?
Claret.
A claret jug.
A chug jug?
That's what you win.
Do you chug out the
Fortnite.
That is the oldest trophy in all of sports is the claret jug.
Is it?
It is.
Should we
The
fact
chug
check
jug?
that? Like,
Fact check that.
like
Fact
you're
check.
talking
Yeah, I'm going to
about.
fact check that
Go
because
ahead.
I'm thinking one
But I
in
thought-
our old industry is
Wait a minute.
actually.
Golf's not a sport though, so how does that work?
How's it not a sport?
It's a competition. You're not playing against anyone but yourself.
No, you're playing against everybody.
No, you're not.
Sure you are.
That guy hitting better than you is not. You're playing against yourself.
No, you're
The
playing against everybody
defense.
else.
The defense is the grass, and that's who you're
And the
playing
flag and the
Yeah.
cup and
Right.
everything else.
No one else can
By the way-
stop you from
Sure
hitting
you
your
can.
good game.
By the way, Sean,
Thank you.
the claret jug is not the oldest.
And then
trophy.
what is?
You'll be surprised by this, and you're probably going to hate it and stuff.
If it's soccer, don't say it.
It's not soccer.
I could.
It's
Table
actually
tennis.
the America's Cup.
Oh, sailing.
For sailing.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually the oldest.
it's a good
It's
thing we
the
fact-check
oldest
him.
continuously trophy in sports.
But that's every 2 years, right?
Something like that.
All right, so, yeah, that's bullshit.
It still counts. It counts. I actually was going to say the trophy for the Preakness, which has been around since the Civil War.
That's true.
But
That's true.
Oh,
I forgot what it's called. But
the Preakness Trophy.
Yeah,
The Black-Eyed Susie.
Is that the one that can't be carried at all? Right? Isn't it
Right,
just
they
a-
just
it's a monstrous trophy.
Exactly. You are correct, sir.
Oh, correct. Thank you.
By the way, speaking of the Preakness and the...
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Actually,
A little bit of
the
information.
name of that trophy is the Woodland Vase.
There you go,
That's what it
woodland
is.
vase.
That's why it's made out of
That's
wood.
the
That's why it's
oldest
so heavy.
No, it's huge.
It's a big ass trophy.
Did you know that the horse that's the last name on that woodland vase is Justify? Justify retired the other day.
He did.
Did he?
retired.
He will not run
He's
anymore.
going out to
horse.
stud.
All right, yeah, let's get into horse racing. Yeah, so Justify is now retired.
He retired, so he's going to be put out to stud. 20 million, I think.
So he's going to be filling every hole.
Oh, he's going to be filling every hole.
Okay.
Sometimes
Is that a
doing-
full circle? Did we just go full circle between golf and horse racing?
You see, that's all sports is all about.
Filling
It's
holes?
It's
Filling
about
holes.
filling holes.
Putting balls on holes?
Putting balls, wham.
Careless whisper.
But yeah, okay. So
Yes, so
Justify is
Justify
retired.
called it a career. He won the Triple Crown this year.
Right.
So
that
was
means,
far and away the best horse.
Right. So that means that he is
that
not.
Belmont was just impressive.
Mhm.
I mean, he had a little,
He had some
little
help.
shenanigan
Some
there,
help.
but
you know.
still towards that down that stretch.
But Mike Smith ran the perfect race, and God bless you, Vince Reed, because I know you would have picked him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no question about it.
That horse was untouchable.
Todd Fletcher, Mike Smith together. That's a Vince Reed special right there.
Absolutely. So, since he's now retired, let's go into the future here around Labor Day.
He wants to use a soundbite any chance he gets.
We just renamed them.
I know where you're going, and it's not Labor Day anymore.
Oh, well, it's not Labor Day
It's
anymore.
September 22nd.
September
Are you-
22nd.
Oh, I know where he's going now.
Yeah.
I thought he was
for
thinking-
for the grandest horse race in Pennsylvania history.
You have a cough button, you know that, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, but yeah.
Is it a Rob C. sleeve?
You just call him a sleeve?
I think he just did.
Wow.
Sammy sleeves?
Speaking of horse racing, he's got a shirt on.
That's right, folks. As you can tell, we're talking about
2017.
Camera one or camera two?
Camera two.
Let's go to camera two.
Camera two.
There we go. Oh, I don't know if people can see it and stuff, but yeah.
We can see it. It's a great angle.
Yeah.
Very nice angle.
Great angle.
Right.
I think my shirt is now a chamois for my car.
ShamWow?
ShamWow.
But yeah,
Top chop, two.
All right,
You're going to love my nuts.
PA Derby. So now, who's who? Because the last couple of years, it's like let's get the let's get a big.
Yeah.
They've been trying to get big winners in there, and
California Chrome.
Right.
California Chrome ran a couple years ago.
Well,
ran
here-
a shit race.
Let me
at
tell
the
you
PA
something.
Derby, but
Tell us something.
Parks Racing has no racing secretary right now, so there's nobody to go out and recruit the big horses. There isn't. So we're not going to get. I mean,
he's throwing shade on the.
No shade, no
think he is.
shade.
You know these guys.
I'm not.
Holy
I'm
shit!
Stay out
They got a hole dug up for us.
Where's the shade? It's a fact that we have no racing secretary.
Do you want to get buried next to
right?
Tower too?
Nick, am I wrong there?
I'm not commenting on this.
Yeah.
Do we have a racing secretary?
I honestly don't know.
Right.
You have all
Right.
the inside information.
Which is no. We have an assistant.
Nick. No, that's not.
I have no opinion on this.
No, we have no opinion.
We have
None.
an assistant
Nose.
racing secretary, but we do not have a racing secretary.
No, we're not going to talk about. See, there's already there's 3 holes getting dug right now near Tower 2.
Oh,
Sean,
we're down the
shut up.
we're down the holes again.
Full circle.
Full circle again.
Fill those holes with a couple guys that got too many big mouths.
So
It's amazing.
Again, we'll get nice horses there, but we won't get big name horses for the Pennsylvania Derby.
You don't know that.
I'll
It could
bet you.
still happen. We
it could still happen.
We got
I'll
2
bet
months.
your bottom dollar.
We
They
got
bring
2 months.
Smarty out of retirement. He wins.
Yes, they're more into the casino now. Yes, Mr. Peterson, thank you for commenting. You are correct, sir. They give a rat's ass about the casino and not a rat's ass about the race.
Well, they put up that big, beautiful Smarty Jones statue up at the front. Oh, they didn't. Those holes are getting deeper.
So we're talking about the Eagles now,
Yeah,
right?
we are talking about the Eagles started camp on Wednesday.
They're starting camp. Zach's ready to go. Intern Z.
Z, what did they have for breakfast today at training camp?
Take it away.
Go ahead.
Well, Carson once had his wife for breakfast.
What? That's how we're starting this segment off? Holy
No, but I
crap.
did hear that Carson Wentz
Come on,
was
that's terrible.
in full participation.
That's terrible.
I did hear Carson Wentz full participation in
no
training
contact,
camp.
no contact practice,
And no brace. He doesn't have a brace on. He's running completely fine.
He's not wearing braces?
He's not wearing braces. He's all fine.
So his teeth are strong and straight?
I'm looking. The Phillies.
Something's going on.
No. The Phillies are interested in a man from the Cleveland Indians, guy by the last name of Gallo, Gallo.
Oh, gosh. You know Gallos are premium people.
I thought it said Galdo.
Inside joke.
Inside. Way inside.
Way inside joke. Got
Way
all those.
inside joke.
Oh, your underwear.
Hopefully
That's
the people at
terrible.
home like that.
That's why I stopped.
But you still shared it anyway. Thanks.
They're interested in my body butcher.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well talk about my body butcher.
So is it smart for him to not wear the brace right now?
Because he could get hurt in practice.
No.
Is he starting game 1 of this season?
He thinks he is.
That's what my question is. I think
might
he
be.
is. I think he is.
Will he play
I think he's on right now. He's on great recovery. I think he's on great recovery.
Oh, he's ahead of schedule.
Does he even play in the preseason?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, I wouldn't put him in the preseason at all.
Nope.
But I
Oh,
even
you know
a
what?
snap?
You know what?
You got
I
Nick
would.
Foles.
I'd put him in game 3. Let him have one series. That's it.
Game 3 or
Just
game
one
4?
series?
Game 3.
Why game 3?
Because that's when the good
Explain
players
yourself.
are playing.
Eh.
He plays in game 4. He's going to get
Yeah,
killed.
but do you want him going up against the good players?
I do.
Yeah, because
Just
you want
for
the
one
good
series.
offensive line in front of him.
Exactly. You want JP and Lane Johnson and all those guys.
Dickie Hurts, yeah.
And
Oh, I'm talking about
the mummer. You
I'm
want
talking
those
about
guys.
the opponent. You want him going up against the guys that are
Absolutely.
going to try and hit him?
Your offensive line is dominant. Absolutely.
You're gonna be playing the
And
Jets.
you're playing him for a
week 3.
series.
Right.
You're playing the Jets preseason week 3.
And you know what you're going to do? You're going to hear. See, here you go. You're going to hand the ball off. You're going to hand the ball off. You're going to hand the ball off. You're not going to go.
He'll
up
probably
and-
throw it once.
I don't know.
Right. Now I want to see him take one series just to see where he's at.
Again, yeah. So you play him just the one series.
But I'll be honest, and I said this all
Does he
along,
start
I
game
don't
one?
want him starting game 1. I don't think he'll be ready. I really don't.
I think he'll be ready, but the question is, should he be? It seems like he's way ahead of schedule where he should be
is.
at.
What?
Nice conversation with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm reading with what Mrs. Frazier said. Eagles have a new shirt. Embrace the target. I like that.
They don't like shopping at Walmart?
Aha.
We're talking to
really
Sean,
suck.
and this is Sean.
It's
This
just
Sean-
gone.
Wow, look at this bird.
Look at the bird.
Yeah, we're inside.
Look at all those chickens.
What was your question? It doesn't matter.
You're a lawyer.
No, really, what was your question? You don't even remember.
I don't
do you?
remember.
Ah,
You keep
yeah,
doing
well,
this to me. It's I don't understand what's going on anymore. Where are we?
It's a test.
By the way, we're at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting in Cherry Hill, New
Cherry
Jersey.
Hill.
There you go.
We appreciate you guys very much for letting us rock this
Even
awesome
Thank
studio.
though we break your stuff.
We didn't break
We
anything.
didn't
Everything's
break
still
anything.
And
standing.
the intern's throwing paper towels around.
I see that because
No, it was a paper bag.
Sure.
It was a bag. You threw a dirty tissue.
Drop and give me 10 more.
That's it.
Where's your $10?
Yeah, right.
Where'd the price go up? He just did 10 for $1. That wants
I did 5 for $1.
5 for $1, and now it's
10 for 10.
10 for 10. Now it's $1 a push-up.
Yeah,
I've been paying for you all your life.
Oh, inflation, man. Holy
Didn't
crap.
tell you about
An
it.
hour later, and we're
All right. This is
All
the
right,
end of the
so-
Joe Buzzer.
imagine what next week's gonna be.
No, you-
$45
intern?
for half a push-up.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. It's some more NFL news. Anything? What about this? Hey, again, potpourri. What about this Dez Bryant going to the Browns deal? What's this
Oh,
deal?
could be. Yeah.
What's this all about?
I think it's phenomenal that nobody wants him at all. I think it's great.
I'm waiting for you to say something. You've been waiting all day to talk football.
Nick went first. I gave Nick his due. He likes it.
I like it.
You like the deal.
I wish nobody would sign him, but I think to go anywhere, Cleveland would be great.
Yeah, because
Well, here's what happened. Here's
All
what-
right, he's gonna break it down.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to break it down for
Break it
you.
down.
Break it
We
down.
got
Break it
10,
down.
10 minutes, just to let you know.
On the NFL Network, Charlie Casserly, who used to be the GM of the Washington Redskins and has 3 Super Bowl rings, said that Dez Bryant, while still a decent player, would not be a good fit for Cleveland and isn't the player he once was, which we all know to be true.
Correct.
Correct? Okay.
That's correct.
So, of course, Dez Bryant went to Twitter or Tweeter or Twitten, whatever the hell you want to call it, and said, who's he to say this? I'm Des Bryant. I'm the man. I'm the best. This and that. I keep things 100. What does that mean?
Keep things real.
Keep things real.
Okay.
I mean, that's old man we just
See,
explained.
English.
Yeah.
Right.
We know old man.
Yes,
More
like
home,
keeping it real is old English.
So, Charlie Casserly came on the NFL Network last night and said, I stand by what I said. This is how I felt. Des Bryant, while a good football player, will not make the big impact anywhere, especially Cleveland.
So he's saying he doesn't get signed anywhere. He's not a good addition to any team anywhere.
I think he was specifically talking about this Cleveland
He's specifically talking about Cleveland and the fact that he's not one of the top echelon football players anymore. Which he's not.
No.
We all know this
100%. Yeah.
However, he has been playing with Dak Prescott the last 2 years, and let's face it, Dak Prescott blows dog. Dak Prescott sucks.
That rookie year is an
rookie
anomaly.
year he blew up.
And
but
he
then-
didn't get thrown a lot, too.
Rob,
rookie year was because of Ezekiel Elliott.
Rob.
Intern
Swear to
Z-
God,
Intern
man.
Z's going off.
Swear to God, man.
He said blow up. But no, that's right. You're right, Intern Z.
Can I talk without you trying to laugh over here?
No, of course.
What I'm trying to say
I'll be
is
serious.
his rookie year, he has something to prove. He proved it, and now this past year he had nothing to prove, so he shat the bed.
You're talking about Prescott.
Yes.
Okay.
So, getting back to Des Bryant, he's going to try and sign a 1-year deal with Cleveland. Now, here's the thing about Cleveland.
Do you think he actually does it?
Yeah, I do. And here's
Really?
the thing about Cleveland. Cleveland now has a quarterback who isn't going to win you many games, but isn't going to lose you any, in Tyrod Taylor. They got the
Or
kid.
Mayfield.
I was about to say
Baker Mayfield.
I think,
Well, we don't
but,
know who's going to start. We don't know who's going to
Tyrod
start.
Taylor is going to be the starter of that team. You didn't bring him
I'm
in to
fine
ride
with
the pine.
I like Tyrod
When-
Taylor.
You did not bring him in to ride the pine.
When has Cleveland done anything right?
But you bring him in to get some competition, though.
You bring him in to be somewhat of a mentor to your incoming
Yeah,
quarterback.
but if Baker Mayfield blows everybody away in the preseason,
Well, then of course
he's
you gotta
starting
play him.
game one.
But
I think
he
he's
is.
starting game one regardless.
I don't think he.
Nah,
I'll be honest. I think he stinks. I think he's overrated.
Mayfield?
Yes, way
Oh, yeah.
overrated.
But when has Cleveland not drafted a number one quarterback and started them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's
Isn't
the
their
thing,
old
though.
number one quarterback
every
now in the
year.
CFL?
Here's the
or
thing with
something?
Cleveland. Cleveland,
He is.
Cleveland has a quarterback.
He gets
Johnny
traded.
Money Manziel.
Cleveland has two decent running backs with the Duke and Carlos Hyde.
Yep.
They signed Jarvis Landry.
Yep.
And don't forget, Josh Gordon's
Josh
suspended
Gordon.
again.
No, he's not suspended.
No, he actually
he went to whatever the hell you call it himself. He he did nothing wrong. He's not.
They tried to send me there, and I said no, no, no.
Would you go back?
You have 7 years sober. She is.
That is probably the best thing I've ever heard.
Yikes.
That is
Wow.
Yikes.
That deserves.
That is so bad.
That
Good
deserves.
Lord.
That deserves a ding. That does. Ding. That deserves a ding. Because that was spectacular.
All right, so getting back to Cleveland. Their defense isn't that bad.
I'll be honest. I see Cleveland going 8-8 this year.
Yeah.
And being in a playoff hunt. I really
Because
think
their
they're-
defense is that bad.
And
This
I
whole
think
past
adding Des Bryant is going to help them. And I think
But doesn't it always break down to we say they don't have management, they don't have coaching
Yes.
staff? So what's the difference this year?
nothing. Better players.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Now, because these are the guys they brought in are true veterans. These are guys that have been through the wars.
But veterans past their prime or never had a prime. Tyrod Taylor, you're going to lean on and say he's a veteran?
Gordon definitely had a prime.
Josh Gordon,
Gordon definitely
He's
had
still
a
young.
prime.
He's only like 26.
Yeah, he still has some left.
And again, Tyrod
I'm saying,
Taylor
but he's been
is
there.
not going to win you a Super Bowl, but he may win you enough to get to. He made the playoffs last year at Buffalo.
Yeah.
And that team stunk.
Yeah.
And they made the playoffs. And a lot of that was on Tyrod Taylor.
Like you said, they brought in Tyrod to help their upcoming quarterback, and once Baker Mayfield has the feel of the pros, they're gonna throw him in there.
I have a real tough time believing that they signed Tyrod Taylor to a nice sized contract for him to ride the pine. That kind of boggles my mind.
But it's Cleveland, and they don't have a smart
But
front
you know what?
office.
Even the clock's right twice a day. Sometimes Cleveland may get something right. Doesn't happen often.
Broken clock's right twice a day.
Doesn't happen often, but
Twice a day.
it could happen. So, so getting back to your Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. So
where were you?
I was here.
Okay, just checking.
I was wondering, because again, it's practice and stuff.
Practice.
So what color pants were they wearing today, Sean?
Ooh, bigger question: were they wearing pants at all?
Yes.
White.
White, really?
White.
But we do have to add one thing. The Eagles did make a sign.
Yes, they
They
did.
signed Kamar Aiken.
Sign everywhere.
They signed Kamar Aiken to a 1-year deal. And
Guessing that's a good thing.
Aiken?
He's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
You seem enthusiastic about it. Don't we have enough wide receivers?
You can never have enough wide receivers. Can't.
Yeah.
Well, we need more tight ends.
Yeah, we do.
I didn't mean it like that, but okay.
Holes.
That's right.
we have.
Ask Mrs. Wentz. No,
Oh.
What? Who said that?
Wow.
Who said that? Wow.
We have cameras. We have cameras.
Sorry, Jesus Christ, a.k.a. Carson Wentz.
Sorry, Prince Harry, or whatever his name was.
Boo. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Fast enough.
You saying boo to me? This man over here.
Boo.
It was already over.
It was paused from the last time, but here, you'll get a full one. There you go.
All right, so my question is to you guys.
Yes.
There is 2 weeks of basic training camp, and then they start playing preseason games.
Okay.
The league wants to expand the season and shorten preseason.
Isn't that
They
what
want to
add a couple
They
games?
want to add a couple games and lose a couple preseason games.
Okay.
Okay.
Would that help or hinder
Help or hinder what?
the team?
Hinder.
All
The
teams
league
in
already
general,
wants
or
to be-
just the Eagles.
No, all teams in general, but mainly the Eagles.
I mean, these are professional athletes that should be able to play 2 more realistic games.
I think it will hinder them
Why?
because I think 4 preseason games are enough practice for everybody.
They're practicing now.
You're talking about practice.
We
I mean,
are,
like
apparently.
practice games.
I don't
like-
know why we are, but we are.
So if they add 2 regular season games and get rid of 2 preseason games,
I think we're gonna mess it up.
18 game season.
it's an 18-game season.
And only 2 preseason games.
And honestly, if you remember, I think back in the 60s and 70s, they didn't really play preseason games.
Actually,
they
in the
played
70s, they
scrimmage.
played 6 preseason games.
Well, but they weren't called preseason. They were like scrimmages.
But they were still preseason games. They played 6 of them.
But can we
But-
count?
and they did 2-a-days.
Can we
Right.
count some of these games as preseason games? I mean, the 4th game nobody plays in.
True.
So why not
Right.
start the season?
That's the question.
thing
That's
is-
why I'm asking. Is it too much or is it too little?
I don't know. Wait, if
you know-
that's too much, then there's a problem.
Here's the thing. Usually what it is the preseason games are free money for the owners because they get to charge the fans a full price ticket to literally watch your team run a scrimmage, run practice.
Yep.
That's all it is.
And
so
especially that 4th game.
So
You're
if-
getting guys that aren't going to make a team anywhere.
Right.
And you're paying to watch them play.
So I think what the owners are doing now in expanding to 18 games is they still want to get paid. The league wants their cut for those 2 extra games. And the owners still want 2 preseason games so that they can make their free money. So the league is going, it's a really good idea. The fans don't go to these preseason games anyway. So let's add 2 more games to the regular season, and just limit you to 2 preseason games. And the players probably don't want to play in preseason games because you can figure out who wants to play for you in scrimmages.
Right.
And it always comes down to injury.
Yeah, and
there was a
again-
lot. I think that was the biggest problem. What, last year, 2 years ago, these major injuries that were happening to
They
players
happen
in
every year.
preseason.
Yeah. It
But it was.
happens every
I think
year.
this
like it
past
a
year was
lot.
more.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was,
yeah,
it
that's
was
what
all-
I'm saying. It happens every year,
It
but
was big names
'Cause,
last year.
a lot
Right.
of
Right.
names.
I mean,
David Johnson was out.
It was if fantasy
Honest-
football got screwed last year because all these major
No
players got
shit.
hurt in preseason.
But not only that, well, my team, because the hurricane came in and messed up everybody's bye schedule. Yeah, it messed up everybody's bye
that
schedule.
Buccaneer Miami game, right?
Yeah, that one
Them
pissed me
Buccaneers
off.
Under their bucket hats.
That pissed me off.
So-
That really did piss me off.
Did it piss you off?
It pissed me off, man. I was more pissed off the commission with soccer.
Well, I think he's so pissed off, we may need to call it a show this week and
I
let
think
him
so.
calm down.
I think so.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Because that is
42 days until the opening game.
41.
41.
Zach was pissed. That was the more you know.
That was the more you know.
I'm pissed, man.
All right. That's a great show. We got a wrap here. Nicky Cola.
I'm not rapping anywhere.
You did a great
I'm
job.
not gonna rap.
Once again.
a hippity,
Wait a
hippity.
minute.
Oh.
We got to thank our caller. We got to
Yes.
thank.
Thanks
you,
for calling in.
caller.
We got to thank CSB.
CSB Cheerio.
We got to thank YouTube for not striking us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We got to thank Nicky Cola for running a great show.
I try my best.
We
I
gotta-
answered the phone this week.
We got to thank the Instigator just for being you. we got to thank Intern Z for doing push-ups. He's going to do more next week.
Yeah, we're going to build him up every week.
Exactly.
And so he's going to get swollen.
Exactly.
Swole.
I am the commish. Next week it'll be a little different. We'll probably be on 7 o'clock, but we'll probably be recorded.
Yeah, it'll be a pre-recorded. I forgot.
Exactly.
Ew,
Good job remembering that.
of
Look at
shit.
it. Somebody's ready to go. It will be recorded.
This is why I host the show.
Wow, there it is.
Do you feel in
I didn't say it's my show. I just said,
Do you feel in charge?
I didn't say. I just said I host the show.
Do you feel in charge?
Do you feel in charge?
Do you feel in charge if I can get to the other side?
Oh boy.
Are we
Waiting.
Waiting?
Do you feel in charge?
Awesome. All right, we will see you and talk to you next week right here on YouTube. We are the Joy Buzzer.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes?
No. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long.